everything else can wait. I've come to seek your face, so everything else can wait. I'm here for you. I want to just be here at your feet. Just be here on my knees. Here in your presence I am complete. Jesus, you're all that I need. Everything else can wait. I've come to seek your face, so everything else can wait. I'm here for you. I want to just be here at your feet. Just be here on my knees. Here in your presence I am complete. Jesus, you're all that I need. There's nothing I want more, 'cause nothing matters more. There's nothing I want more, God, 'cause nothing matters more. No, there's nothing I want more than you, 'cause nothing matters more. There's nothing I want more, 'cause nothing matters more. I'll just be here at your feet. I'll just be here on my knees. Oh, here in your presence I am complete. Jesus, you're all that I need. Oh, I'll just be here at your feet. Just be here on now forever. Lifted up from death to life. There's no fear in love and no darkness in his endless light. Beyond the skies above, love reaching out for us, the everlasting one, Jesus our God. Oh, we look to the sun, set our eyes on our Savior, see the image of love, sing his praises forever. Oh, we look to the sun. Oh, we look to the sun. Beyond the skies above, love reaching out for us, the everlasting one, Jesus our God. Beyond the skies above, love reaching out for us, the everlasting one, Jesus our God. Oh, we look to the sun. Oh, we look to the sun. Oh, God, we look to you. Oh, we look to the sun. Set our eyes on our Savior, see the image of love, sing his praises forever. Oh, we look to the sun. Oh, we look to the sun.
Good evening and welcome to our worship evening tonight. If you haven't noticed or seen already, this is our year anniversary. We've been doing these live for the last year, and that was something different to get us started this evening. My name is Mark Kelly, and I'm a Divisional Youth Specialist for Yorkshire South with Humber.
And I'm Sarah Beecham. I'm the Divisional Youth Specialist for Yorkshire North and Tees. What really makes me laugh right now is, for anybody that has joined us for the past year, will know that Christian and James are also in the building making all the tech work. And at the moment, they are just laughing their heads off because I'm not sure they were expecting the party poppers.
Well, something different, wasn't it? So what we want you to do, you may have seen in the comments section already, we have asked you, we know that many of the people watching will have been with us for the last year, majority of the last year. We want you to share in the comments section what has been your highlight from our worship evenings and from our trivia nights. And we want you to also have a think about maybe some of the items we've shared, whether it's vocal, brass, some of the things that have been created. Has there been one that you've particularly enjoyed and you would like to see again this evening? And if possible, we will try and share that with you later on tonight.
And those comments need to be coming in as soon as possible so that James and Christian can find them from the many, many hours that we have spent doing these over the past year.
So, Sarah, let's get started. While we're waiting for comments to come in, what has been maybe your highlight from the last year? It's insane to think it's a year now. What's been your highlight?
Yes, I think I've got a few highlights. Probably the Christingle evening that we did. We were able to have a live brass band in and they were able to do their carol requests. And anybody that knows me, anything Christmassy, I am absolutely there and loving it. We managed to do a week-long kind of mission week in the summer, and we were able to do a celebration after that. That was fantastic. And then probably the praise party, which I'm sure are probably three of the things that other people have enjoyed as well. How about yourselves?
Well, the first item we had this evening was the song We Look to the Sun, and that was taken from the praise party back in September, which is oh so long ago already. But that was one of the highlights for both of us, I know that. for me, when we look back to the summer, when we did the evening devotions, that was over our summer school, I quite enjoyed that, having different input. And then before Christmas, we had different people coming in and leading worship. So it was quite nice for Sarah and I to be joined by other people in the room. Not just James and Christian, we had other people leading worship. It was nice to chat with them. And then I think our live interviews we've been able to do. And then more recently, we've tried different things, such as baking. Who would have thought we would have ever done baking live on a Sunday evening? We've had a couple of comments come in. One straight away from Dan Sefton. My highlight was taking part in the praise party. It was great to make real music with real life people again. Favourite song from the night was Your Name is Power.
Fantastic. I have to say, I love that song. It's one that I've used a lot in worship kind of recently. We've got other things from Joanne Huggins, just said, wow, a whole year, well done. And thank you for all your dedication. Thank you very much. The girl said they enjoyed the bake-along. I was going to say that, for me, was not one of my highlights.
Well, we know there's a lot of people that have enjoyed that bake-along. So what we'll try and do is, in the next few weeks, we'll try and do another one, and you can maybe get in touch and suggest what you'd like to see us do. But yeah, keep sending in your highlights, and also keep sending in requests for this evening. What songs would you like to hear tonight? We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, so I have to say the baking was not one of my highlights, but it is something that we are planning on doing again soon. So yeah, send in any advice and expertise for that, because all is very much needed.
Davina has sent in the Adam's favourites, anything with band on. He's definitely his dad's son. And she's also put that Harry's highlight was Kay Morby's recorder solo. So we've been able to share that again for you this evening. Again, send in your requests for tonight and we'll try and make that happen.
So we've also got, Becky said, I think this has been mean. Enjoyed watching Sarah bake live on TV. I think that is more mocking Sarah bake live on TV.
I think you did a good job.
And song request would be Better Is One Day. That is one of my absolute favourites.
Yeah, that's from, I can't remember if it was ISCA 2015 or 16.
I wouldn't even try
quite far ago. We've used it a few times. We'll see if we can use that for you later this evening.
Yeah, that is one of my favourite songs. And I have to say, we played that quite early on in the year. It was one of the first ones. And that was one for me that was, makes me miss ISCA more and more and more.
It's mad to think we've been doing this a year.
Yep.
What has been really interesting to see is the different groups of people who have been watching it, because we've had very much almost like a different congregation for our worship evenings, for our trivia night. It's just been great that we've been able to connect with you in this way. And we're looking forward to the next, however many weeks that we continue doing this, where we think of new ideas and what we're going to do. And Sarah's already mentioned we're going to do another bake-along evening. But if you have any suggestions, do please let us know and keep sending in your highlights, because we'd love to share some of those tonight.
Yeah, we always want as much participation from you guys as possible. What I'd really encourage you to do now is to share this link, to like it, to love it, to share it as far and wide as you possibly can. And that means we never know who might then be watching it and get blessed by some of the highlights that you guys are suggesting this evening.
What I would think is those that are sharing it just now, for some newbies that are tuning in and just seeing us, they're going to think, what on earth is going on? But when we started this time last year, we thought we'd be finished doing these by the summer. But it's been great to see how much you guys have got involved. And we'd love to bring to your attention, if you go on the Yorkshire Tees and Humber Youth Facebook page, there's a great article on there from Sam Duran about his journey, his story, and he shares how much these evenings have meant to him as well. So we want to say, Sam and the family, thank you so much for joining with us, your encouragement, but it's great to have you involved week in, week out.
Yeah, that has been definitely the highlight of my week this week, hearing from Sam and the family and hearing how much these evenings have meant to him. And to them, and I definitely a highlight of my week, because whoever thought we would be doing this a year on?
Well, we've given you some time. We want to give you some more time whilst you think of your requests and maybe think of your highlights from all the Sunday evenings we've done over the past year. We're going to play Becky Devine's request of Better Is One Day, first of all. And whilst you listen to this, this will give you some time to think of some more requests that we can have, some of your highlights. Get commenting in the comments section. But this is a song, Better Is One Day.
Better is one day in your courts, better is one day in your house, better is one day in
absolutely love that song. That is one of my favourites. So I agree with Becky Devine. That has been a highlight of my year.
Yeah, it was great. I remember when we had that at ISCA, and I can't believe how long ago it is already. But it's been great for me and you in the last few weeks, well, a few months now, I guess, to begin planning our summer school for ISCA 2021. It's great to start shaping what that is going to look like. And we've shared the promo a few times in the weeks that have passed. And we really hope if you are eligible that you have got your booking form in already. And if not, please hurry up and do so. It's been great to see the number of forms coming in on our desks already.
Yeah, I've absolutely loved the last couple of weeks with the forms coming in and the excitement about ISCA. When I've spoken to young people, they've been excited. When I've spoken to people that are not so young, that have been to past ISCAs about the fact that ISCA is going to happen, they've been really excited because they know how much ISCA's meant to them. So genuinely, I'm just unbelievably excited.
What's been quite refreshing is we've had to look at ISCA in a new way, I guess, as we try and make it as safe as possible, trying to ensure that it happens. We've had to kind of relook at absolutely everything, and we're continuing to do so because the planning is going to go on right up until the start date for me and Sarah. But it's been really refreshing to just look at new ways in which we can do stuff, and we're excited to the new aspects that are going to come with this year's ISCA as well. What we want to say is, if you've got any questions about our summer school, please get in touch and ask us. We'd love to support all our young people across both our divisions in getting to our summer school this year. So please do get in touch.
Yeah, we are absolutely determined to get as many people there as possible. We've even upped the age by 1 year. So if last year would have been your last year, then that's not a concern, that's not a worry. You can still come along to this one and have your last ISCA.
Yeah, we've had your mum's actually commented tonight saying, "I'll fight." And I wonder if that's when we've been asking for what have been your highlights from last year. I think she might be referring to back in September, our praise party. We did the song "Oh Boundless Salvation," featuring a little section in the middle of "I'll Fight," where people shared things that they were passionate about, what they wanted to fight for. So what we'll do is we'll try and find that clip and we'll try and share that a little bit this evening as well. We had a few other requests. I think Dan Sefton said one of his favourite songs was "Your Name is Power." So we'll try and find that. Adam said anything with band on it, so we'll see what we can do there. And I think I've had one from the Baileys saying their highlight was a Christingle. So I'm not saying we're going to have something Christmassy, but we'll see what we can do on there as well.
I have to say, if it's up to me, we'll have something Christmassy, so that's not a problem whatsoever.
Some new person tunes in and think, why are we showing Christmas right now?
Why are they playing Jingle Bells? But that will be absolutely fine. We might be able to find something from that Christingle worship night as well. But yeah, we want to tell you more and more about ISCA. And in just a second, we've got a clip of what ISCA means to different people, because me and Mark can tell you till we're blue in the face why ISCA has shaped our lives like it has. But actually, let's have other people tell them that as well. Yeah, we've been very fortunate in that we've kind of grown up together. We attended ISCA as young people together, and now we've got the real privilege of leading the event with fantastic staff, but also the young people coming to make the event what it is. And last August, when we did an ISCA focus worship evening in August, we compiled this video to share with you what ISCA means to young people and staff members across both divisions, and that is the video we're going to share now. So this is a video that just exactly says that, what ISCA means to various people across our divisions.
ISCA means a lot to me because it's all about discipleship and watching young people grow in their faith.
For me, ISCA was always the highlight of the year. We looked forward to it for months beforehand, and we made lifelong friends. We still talk about it to this day. It meant absolutely the world to me.
ISCA to me is a sense of family who can laugh together, cry together, and come together to get closer to God.
For me, one of the best things about ISCA is that we get to meet so many new people. And they're not just people that you'll only meet for 5 days and then never see again. They're people that will become lifelong friends.
ISCA means to me late night giggles, silly staff members, life-enhancing moments and faith-building conversations every year.
So I guess for me, ISCA just means the privilege of journeying with so many young people, young adults, and seeing the difference that ISKA makes for them in just that week and how much impact that has in their lives.
When Jesus walked the earth, he chose 12 special friends to walk with. Jesus teaches us that we're not supposed to do faith alone. We're stronger when we surround ourselves with a family of other followers, and that's what ISKA is to me. It's part of my church family.
For me, ISKA's been a community, learning more about God together and developing our God-given talents and gifts, also making lifelong friends.
Certainly hugely formational in terms of my character. It gave me the confidence in who I am as a Christian. It's where I fell in love with Jesus for the first time, really, and where I really got grounded in my faith and was able to talk about it and express it in ways that I couldn't do before. So yeah, ISKA, probably one of the most pivotal events in my life in making me the person I am today.
My daddy said without ISKA I wouldn't even exist. Or me.
ISKA to me was building and creating new friendships, building on old friendships and reconnecting with God and building that further as well as having lots of fun as well.
Being part of a big church family.
My memories of Salvation Army summer schools include that feeling of excitement, gathering together with friends that you hadn't seen for a year. We still feel that now when we meet up with friends, and some late night band practices as well, trying to get the music right for performances as they were in those days, I suppose. Even though we had a midweek festival and a Friday night festival, we would still work very hard during the week to try and get things right. But I think it was always the idea of a challenge that sort of sticks in my memory, whether that be vocally or in brass playing, and certainly in the scripture when it came to the Bible study times. There were some real special memories that we shared, but those ideas and those feelings, of excitement, having not seen people for such a long time.
ISKA for me is fun, friends, family, encouragement, fellowship, God, Holy Spirit. It's so many things. But honestly, it's the reason that I'm here doing the job that I'm doing today.
I'll always have mega special memories of ISKA. It helped me to learn about who I am, and more importantly, who God says I am.
Hello. ISKA for me is just true fellowship, and I don't mean like the fellowship that we have after church services. It's about reading the Bible together, praying together and learning together about this amazing God that we have. That is what ISKA is true fellowship.
Well, it was my very first year on the staff team last year, and as I sat and thought about that week, the word that keeps coming to mind is being. Seeing you being yourselves, being with your friends, being chilled, being relaxed, being you, but most importantly, being with God.
For me, it was a chance to reconnect with God and to worship in a style that I liked every day of the week, which was just magical.
Besides water fights, corridor cricket and beyond places, what ISKA means to me is building that relationship with God each year while sharing fellowship with friends and having so much fun.
One of my favourite things about ISKA is getting to spend quality time worshipping with all my friends.
ISKA to me is friendship and fellowship.
ISKA was always a highlight in my year, from having the chance to spend time with friends to being in a bubble of fellow Jesus fans, being able to spend a week focused on God and my relationship with Him. As a staff member, being able to help to accommodate that experience for others and to be part of their journey was a real pleasure and an honour.
ISKA to me is a week of worshipping with brilliant friends and young people. It's an opportunity to be together, to learn together, and to eat as many takeaways in a week as I do for the whole rest of the year.
So that just shows a few of highlights of what ISKA means to them. It is an incredible week.
What is great about our video is We got through so many people hearing what ISKA means to them, but we know we've only scratched the surface there. We know there's so many others that ISKA has really impacted. And Joanne Bailey has commented, it's not only the young people who benefit from ISKA, we have also made lifelong friends as a family. So thank you, ISKA, as well. So thank you for sharing that with us this evening, Joanne.
So one of the reasons we wanted to share that with you is because we also wanted to share with you our Just Giving page. One of the things that we say on the ISKA promo is that we don't want anybody to not be able to go to ISKA because of finances. And we are really dedicated to doing that probably more than ever this year. So myself, Mark and Bryony, who are all staff members from for many years and kind of for this year as well, have committed to run, walk or cycle 215 miles before ISKA.
That isn't just a random number. 215 is how much it costs to send a young person to ISKA for the week. So we have committed to run, cycle, walk 250 miles. I'm choosing to cycle. Sarah's mainly doing walking, am I right?
I've done some walking, some running, but mainly walking.
But as Sarah said, we want to ensure that every young person who wants to go to ISKA can go to ISKA. So maybe you are concerned about the cost of ISKA 2021. Please don't sit home and be quiet. Please get in touch with myself and Sarah, and we'll have a chat through that with you. But we're doing a fundraising initiative to help support people that do find it too expensive this year. We've also changed the way in which you can book your places. Previously, it was a deposit and then the full amount. Well, we've actually spread the cost of ISKA across 5 payments, which you can do as well. So you can choose what option you do there.
So on the screen at the moment, there's a QR code and there's going to be a link in the comments as well. So if you would like to donate to ISKA 21, then you can do that by either scanning the QR code or by clicking on the link in the comments. And it is very much whatever money is given is all going towards young people being able to take part in ISKA this year.
What we do want to say is a massive thank you for those that have been in touch specifically about donating. We've had quite a few messages of people who want to get in touch to donate. Well, all you have to do is simply take out your camera, hover it over that QR code that's on your screen right now, and it will take you to the page to make a donation. You're probably going to get a lot of spam over the coming weeks on Facebook from Sarah and I as our efforts increase to reach that 215-mile target. So, yeah, we don't apologise for that because we want to raise the awareness of what ISKA is. So you'll be seeing more and more of that as we try and reach that 250-mile target. How many miles are you on just now?
So at the moment, I am on 47 miles. So I need to step it up before ISKA.
That's impressive because you're doing that mainly by walking.
Yeah.
I'd say I've got it slightly easier because I'm cycling. So I'm about 31 miles at the minute. But as I said, you're going to see a lot more of that. We'll try and do some videos on our way to share with you and raise the profile as well. We've had a few other comments that have come in. Your dad has actually commented about ISKA. He said, without ISKA, I wouldn't have my 2 son-in-laws.
I'm hoping that's meant to be a positive comment, but you just never know, do you? I'm very grateful for ISKA because it is where I met James.
Jane Cowyer, divisional leader of Yorkshire North and Tees, has said, I've never been a delegate. You haven't raised the age limit enough yet, but I have seen the difference it has made in the lives of young people, both in my corps and in the division.
And then Jameson Gill has put that ISKA 2019 was his first year, but it helped him find himself in a place with God's plan and making new friends who share such an amazing connection. Was amazing and truly got lifelong friendships and lifelong connection with God. So he thanks us for that.
We're aware that there could be a lot of concerns about ISKA 2021 taking place this year because of the events that have been going on around the world. We're doing everything we can to make sure it's as safe as possible. We'll keep encouraging people to get their forms in. And what we would like to say is please do, if you're thinking about it, get your forms in as soon as possible. It helps us in our planning and preparations. We also want to challenge young people and parents. Please encourage your friends or the young people around you at your corps to get that booking form sent in. We will reshare the booking form on our Yorkshire Tees and Humber Youth Facebook page, and we'll try and pin that at the top so it's easy for you to access and get that sent in.
Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't got one, if you desperately need one, if you can't find it on the Facebook page, then just drop myself or Mark a message and we'll get that sent over to you. And I am genuinely really excited with how many forms have already started coming in. I'm saying to you seniors, get your forms in sooner rather than later. More than ever this year, it needs to be for myself and Mark to be able to prepare properly.
Well, let's give a shout out to Jensen, who has just said live in the comments, yes, I will be joining in 2021. Jensen, we are thrilled that you're going to be joining us again at ISCA 2021.
Absolutely. And I'm just, really excited about it all, and can't wait for it to happen. So like we said, the link's in the comment section. If you're aware of somebody that is wanting to donate to ISCA, then please let them know about the link, let them know about the QR code. I have been overwhelmed by how many people this year, more than ever, want to make sure that young people can get to ISCA.
Maybe you've just joined us this evening and wondering what the mess is on the floor and the party hats. It is because we are celebrating our year anniversary of bringing live worship evenings and live trivia nights to you on a Sunday evening. It's insane to think it's a year. And earlier on, we asked people to share their highlights from the worship evenings and trivia nights, but also share with us any items they'd like to see. And in a few minutes, we're going to share one of the highlights that has been requested this evening.
Yes, very much so. So the request that's come in for the next thing has come in from my mum, and I promise I didn't prompt her. I've only spoken to her once today, and that was about traffic on the motorway. Such an exciting family we are. But it is from our praise party that we had live in Sheffield Citadel Hall back in, I want to say, September.
Yeah, September, yeah.
And this was from part of it, and it was the I'll Fight speech from William Booth, along with Boundless Salvation. So we're going to watch that now. So please, please, please join in at home, sing loud, sing proud, and we'll see you in just a minute.
While women weep as they do now, I'll fight. While little children go hungry as they do now, I'll fight. While men go to prison in and out as they do now, I'll fight. While there is a drunkard left, while there is a poor lost girl upon the streets, while there remains one dark soul without the light of God, I'll fight. I'll fight to the very end.
I'll fight for men everywhere to have the confidence and the space to talk about mental health.
I'll fight for teenagers to know the hope of Jesus Christ.
We'll fight for young people to have a voice.
I'll fight for those experiencing homelessness and who are suffering from a variety of hurts, habits and hang-ups.
I'll fight for ongoing equal access to healthcare for everyone.
I'll fight for people to have the freedom to worship.
I'll fight for the marginalised in society.
I'll fight for justice for everyone.
I'll fight for social justice.
I'll fight for those who don't have a voice.
I'll fight for equality for women.
I'll fight for the oppressed and marginalised.
I'll fight to win souls and make their salvation the first purpose of my life.
I'll fight when people are disadvantaged simply because they're different in some way from the next person.
I'll fight for racial equality.
I'll fight for disability awareness and acceptance.
I'll fight to stop the scourge of gambling that is sweeping this country.
While women weep as they do now, I'll fight.
While children go hungry as they do now, I'll fight.
While men go to prison, in and out, in and out, as they do now, I'll fight.
I'll fight.
While there is a poor lost girl on the streets.
While there remains one dark soul.
Without the light of God,
I'll fight.
I'll fight to the very end.
I'll fight.
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 I'll fight. I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight. I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
I'll fight.
thank you for Diane for sharing that as your highlight for the last year. It was definitely a highlight for myself and Sarah. It was an awesome experience to be in the room and experience live worship. It's something that we hadn't been able to experience for the first 6 months of lockdown. So when we're able to have a group in here, socially distanced worshiping, it was a truly powerful experience, and combined with all those videos that had been sent in voluntarily across the division, it was a really powerful video. So we thank James for editing that video for us, but we just give God all the thanks for that evening.
Yeah, I think that was a truly powerful video, and a lot of people saying what actually they're really passionate about. Some of those kind of things that people were passionate about we knew. Some completely came as new to us on that evening, and I have to say, I've not watched that since September, so actually just how powerful it was tonight, and lots of people saying that they will fight and continue the fight for what they are passionate about. And Davina says, we'll fight, fab choice, Diane. They've all been singing their heads off.
Oh, it's great to hear. And it's great that we are able to worship from homes this year, and we've been able to do that all year round. That has been great. And I'm really looking forward to when we are leading our summer school in the summer, and we bring a group of young people together and we're able to spend time and worship together. What an awesome and powerful experience that is going to be. So I can't wait for that. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And an experience that out of everything I've probably missed more than ever.
Yeah.
And probably took it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, but completely took it for granted. The singing live music and worshipping, completely took it for granted.
One thing me and Sarah want to say is we want to thank you guys, because when we had our very first, I think it was a trivia night we started with this time last year, we didn't know what to expect. We probably were a bit ambitious on our first evening. I think we went on for nearly just over 2 hours. We didn't realise how long we'd be doing these for. We thought we'd be finished by the summer. But you guys have been brilliant in your comments, your interaction, your support. One of the things I've really enjoyed, particularly from the trivia nights, is when we get responses from you guys, when you get involved in the challenges we set you, however bizarre we think they are, you guys deliver week in and week out. So we really do want to thank you for joining us on the trivia nights, joining us on our worship evenings, and worshipping with us. They make the highlight of our week, definitely.
Oh, without a doubt. And we were only saying when we walked into Sheffield earlier that it's become... It's the normal thing for us now to be here on a Sunday evening, but truly they wouldn't have been the same without you lot at all. We are unbelievably grateful, and thank you for sticking with us throughout the randomness of making live pancakes, baking live, Easter egg hunts, all the rest of it. Absolutely, you've stuck with us, and I'm sure there are many, many times that you've just thought we are absolutely bonkers.
Well, no, we do have to say a thank you for sticking with us, because if you asked us probably 13 months ago, how would you feel about doing something live on the internet, on Facebook, on YouTube, where anyone can see it, we would have felt really uncomfortable with that, wouldn't we? We would have been. So to see where we are now, we thank you for sticking with us. We thank you for your support. And we're looking forward to the next few weeks ahead. We've had a bit of a discussion today about a few ideas of what we could be doing, and we always want your input as well. So please do make sure you message us your thoughts of what we could be doing for a few more worship evenings and trivia nights.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to go into another highlight from one of our young people. And it's a highlight of their past year. It comes from the praise party, and it's from Dan Sefton, and he said that his highlight was the praise party, but it was mainly Your Name is Power, which I think is an incredible worship song, a really powerful worship song. So we're going to have that now. So Dan, I'm sure you're still watching, so enjoy this, and the rest of you enjoy worshipping along.
You're the only answer to darkness. You're the only right among the wrong. You're the only hope among the chaos. let us hear it. When you speak, the church awakens. We believe that change is coming. Holy Spirit, let us see it. When you speak, there's out of darkness. Light arrives and heaven opens. Holy Spirit, let us hear it. When you speak, the church awakens. We believe that change is coming. Holy Spirit, let us see it. Your name is power over darkness, freedom for the captive, mercy for the broken and the homeless. Your name is favor in the battle, glory in the struggle, mighty it will never doubt or fail us. Your name is power over darkness. Your name is power in the chaos. Your name is power.
Absolutely love that worship song. Thank you, Dan Sefton, for an amazing request, and Christian for that drum solo just in the middle.
Yeah, I have to say, Dan, I'm so glad you requested that song. It's not until you hear it again you realise how powerful it is. So thank you for sharing that with us this evening. It's been great to have people commenting throughout, people sharing their highlights from the last year, people sharing their favourite clips we've had. We have to say a massive thank you to each of you who have contributed to these clips, because we've not just had sung worship throughout the year, we've had Bible verses, prayers, we've had interviews from young people and from staff members and everyone across the division. So thank you for being so willing to take part and contribute to these evenings.
I was going to say, we feel very, very supported by you guys at home and so many more people that have been watching throughout the past year. So thank you for all that you guys are doing. Thank you for all that you continue to do. Mark's already said that one of his highlights of the years has been the trivia nights when you guys send things in. Absolutely the same for me. It's been great that you've never let us down on those ones, I have to say, because we have set some bizarre challenges and you've just gone with it and taken them all with a pinch of salt and just,
But definitely the evenings where we're beforehand, we're like, is this going to work? This is a bit of a risk. Can we? And we've sat here and then we've put the challenge out there and you guys have absolutely delivered. I think one of the ones we did was a Spot the Difference challenge, where we'd made subtle changes around the background. We thought this is going to be impossible. We're not going to get this. And you got every detail down to the fact that I'd put my ring on a different finger and things like that. You guys were absolutely brilliant. And then, as you've already mentioned, the carnage that was as live cooking and baking. Who would have thought we would have done that live? But it was great to have your involvement in that. And that's something that we are going to do again in a few weeks' time.
So Katie Sefton's just said that she loved the Timble challenge. I'd forgotten about that one. That was really, really early on. That was one of the first ones. Absolutely, I'm
trying to remember what we did.
Completely forgotten about that one. They had to do a very short timbrel piece and they recorded it and they sent it in. I just remember Dan Sefton having tambourines on his head and on his arms and on his feet.
We compiled them all together, didn't we, to make the whole piece? I remember that.
The randomness that is, and we definitely had clips from other people. So we had clips from Wayne Price that was a few years ago that he did something.
I remember that, yeah.
For our Christmas divisional kind of Christmas carols just in YTH. That, bless him, he's never going to live down. And we've made the mistake that we've now got it on video, so it keeps on coming back up to haunt him. I genuinely had absolutely forgotten about that one.
Yeah, that must have been in the first few weeks of doing these live evenings. We did that challenge when we really didn't know what to expect. We started off at Morley Salvation Army. I want to say a massive thank you to their support and allow us to start this there. And a massive thank you to Sheffield Citadel, where we've been based for the best part of a year, and to James and Christian, who simply make these evenings happen. Without them, we wouldn't be brought to you every week, so we have to say a massive thank you to those guys.
Yeah, James and Christian have been incredible at getting our very random ideas that we have and making them possible. And throughout this, have also had very random ideas of their own that we've made possible, I guess. But we are so, so grateful to them for everything that they've done. And the fact that they just completely commit every Sunday night to be here is absolutely incredible, that they volunteer to be here every Sunday.
One of the things we always want to do is try and mix it up so it's not the same thing every week. And even today in our conversations before we came live, we have got some fun things planned in the next few weeks, the next month or so. So please tune in for some more craziness that is definitely going to be as we try new things, but we also look to get you guys involved as well. And Becky Devine has commented saying, I've loved that my housemates have wanted to join in the creative realms.
I've been really impressed that it's been complete households that have got involved with this. It's quite often not one or two, it's complete households. And I love the fact that people have dragged in, like for Becky, it's housemates, for other people, it's parents, carers. Absolutely just drag them into being like, come on, you need to be part of this, especially for things like recreate the image.
The most random rounds we've ever come up with. Jensen Gill commented saying, these nights have been truly amazing and so much fun to watch and be a part of again. It's been great to be able to still be connected whilst disconnected and to focus on God together and come together for a bit of fun each week. It's just been the best highlight of the weeks for me, so thank you so much.
And he's also just put, yes, thank you to James and Christian for making this all possible. So James and Christian have been fantastic tonight. You guys have been requesting things. They've been going back through all the things that we've done them, and they've been coming up with these videos that you guys have requested. And that have kind of made this worship evening possible. Yeah,
we're going to finish with something a little bit different. Some would say Christmassy, but it's a song that is powerful all through the year. The Baileys said one of their highlights was our Christingle service, and Adam Mortimer says he loves anything brass. Well, we've been looking through what we could kind of share that fits that combination. And what we're going to close with this evening is Wonderful Counselor.
Wonderful Counselor is one of my favourite pieces of all time. And I have to say, so Mark wasn't able to be with us on that day. Your daughter had just been born. But it was, if you were here, it was genuinely the point where just goosebumps. It was an incredible moment. And it is one of my favourite pieces of all time. And
just thinking back to Christmas, one of the things we did, we created different videos for each day, like an advent calendar. And it wasn't always us, we got you guys involved as well, but that was just something else that was completely random that we've done this year that I don't know if we'll do again this year. It was Carnage, filming, I think we filmed in early November because we weren't sure when my wife would go into labour, so we wanted to make sure we'd done them. But yeah, it was just great to do something different at that time of year. But this video, I wasn't here for the Christingle evening, but it was great to watch on it. And it was something, for me and Sarah, you can see how powerful something is when you're involved in it, but you're not so sure how it comes across at home. And for me, watching this, I think I watched it at hospital, and just seeing how powerful it was just great to be a part of it from a different context. So we want to thank James for editing this together. And it's something that we're going to finish with as our final prayer and benediction this evening. And what we want to do is encourage you to come back next week and continue to support us because we love having your guys' involvement.
Yeah, this is going to be a wonderful counsellor. Again, absolutely incredible piece. And thank you to James and Christian for everything that they have done tonight and everything that they continue to do throughout the past year. We're unbelievably grateful. So this is our final kind of clip for the night. And like Mark said, join us next week for our trivia evening.
the purpose for my life. I discover who I am as the Spirit touches mine. Every step I take, every move I make, you are by my side, and I will be strong. My strength is in you. Here we go. I will go where you want me to go. I will do what you want me to do. Yes, I will go where you want me to go. I will be who you want me to be. Anything for you. When you ask me, I will go to show the way before me. In your word I find the truth. You lead me on this journey. Every step I take, every move I make, you are by my side, and I will be strong. My strength is in you. Find their strength renewed. They're gonna make it happen. I will trust in you. Never stop praising you. We'll find my strength renewed. I'm gonna